broker, tell me how and why I should pay you for my efforts when I make this thing start cash flowing. Why should I pay the seller for that? So if we're gonna negotiate, I would think this is probably a $2 million property. And if you could get it in that location for $2 million, I think you'd be, especially if you know going in, you could get these people out. Because if you get all those rents to 3,200, this thing would cash flow like crazy, and those tenants would never leave.
And one thing, I'm so glad, Saurabh, you said that, maybe 2,600, right? So if you're doing it right, the big thing is I never really fall in love with the property outside or roof or anything. I say that never marry the property, marry the numbers, right? So we need to be realistic, totally frank, and look at every angle and say, what will it take to buy this? And if that's not the price that the seller can accommodate, then it's not a good deal. See, market rent, I'll change it to 2,600 right away. If you think, or maybe even do another version, right? Because if you're doing 2,600, now it's going to blow it up already down below. And, that's the other part I'm going to say, just in 2023, the latest they got a new person in is 2023 March, about a year back, at 2,400. And I'm sure that person is paying and everything. So even if you got, I think how the vacant ones, you'll have no problem. So maybe in another scenario, you could say present is this. If I were you, okay, do one more for me, if you don't mind. Put another column between Y and Z. Y and Z, please put one more. Okay, now we put the rent, and then we put now the new vacant ones, 6 of them, at 2,600. 2,600. So now we have a little bit better number to look at what will happen to, annual gross. Okay, there we go. So it's 140. Oh, no, the first one should not be 145 on the, okay. Yeah. Annual gross. That should be lower, right? Yeah. Oh, is it?
So 332K.
Okay. There we go. That sounds right, I think. So what you're saying is that at 2,600 for the 6 units, and we let it stay where everything is, now the deal is worth about 4 million. There we go. Look at that. But wait a minute. I'll question 118 now. Because 118, if you don't mind, could you do me expense ratio right next to that? So expense ratio is right next to here, 118 divided by 332. So they are saying you could run this property at 35%. Expense in a month or a year. I don't believe that. It should be 65% or 55%, right? Right, Ankur? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was like, there's no way unless it's like a brand new property, an A property or something like that. Vinny, one more thing just came to mind, Saurabh, and I was just looking at this, and I'm just thinking about one option. One option could be a master lease agreement, right? And like if they're really saying the numbers that they're saying of market rent, and they're really saying the cap rates are going to be where they're going to be, which nobody knows, maybe a master lease agreement with a low enough payment that would be still profitable